Okay, so the UEFA Europa League final between Atalanta and Bayer Leverkusen is a very, very interesting matchup. Now, Leverkusen are heavy favourites for this final over Atalanta, which is unusual because Leverkusen and Atalanta are both used to being underdogs in European campaigns past when they've reached finals or semi-finals. But Leverkusen this season have defied logic and have made history in the Bundesliga. They're trying to make history in Europe as well by going a whole season undefeated and winning a European and domestic treble. They've got 2 games left to do it. And that could potentially go in Atalanta's favour, that there's more focus and pressure on Leverkusen because of what they're attempting to do this season. Also, 3 days after this final, next weekend is the German Cup final, the DFB Pokal. They're going to have one eye on that as well. So it's going to be interesting to see when Xabi Alonso makes substitutions and how he adjusts his tactics throughout the game because of that second final that they face in 6 days' time. Atalanta, less pressure on Atalanta. They are the underdogs. Not much is expected of them by some, although this Atalanta side should not be underestimated. This squad, or members of this squad, did make a Champions League semi-final only a couple of seasons ago. They should not be underestimated by any means. They do play a very good counter-attacking style, and they can score goals. Now, Leverkusen don't mind scoring late. They don't mind leading from the front. They don't mind being in an arm wrestle or potentially being behind. They're very, very adaptable. And what they've proven in the German league is they've steamrolled every club in Germany. Recent games, they've scored a lot of goals as well. They're more relaxed. Now, this is a pressure situation they haven't been in before. A lot of these players haven't been in before. Is a European final. Atalanta, unlike Leverkusen, have been to the latter stages of major European competitions in more recent seasons, and they'll have that experience goes in their favour. In saying that, Leverkusen have forgotten how to lose. Atalanta are going to have to try and disrupt their build-up play. They're going to have to make the midfield a battle. While Atalanta will be very happy for Leverkusen to have lots of possession and very happy without the ball, they're going to have to get on the ball and build their own attacks, which aren't counter-attack based. Which may suit Leverkusen. Leverkusen may want them to do that, take them out of their structure and defensive structure by making them build attacks in phases, which may not suit Atalanta. But as the game goes on longer, and with that pressure situation of trying to make history, that could go in Atalanta's favour if Leverkusen start looking at the scoreboard, start looking at the clock. If they are 1-0 down, could they make an error? Is it if they don't? Basically, Leverkusen would rather do this in the 90 minutes. Atalanta, they don't care if they win in the 90 or in extra time or on penalties. Atalanta will not be phased by going to extra time. Whereas Leverkusen have that secondary final in the German Cup final to look forward to. They want to get it done in the 90 minutes. They want to get it done with, gas to spare. Whereas Atalanta, as I say, won't mind it being bitty, scrappy, going to extra time. Leverkusen will potentially look at that clock and go, we cannot afford extra time. We need to get it done in the 90. Yes, Leverkusen have left it late in games. There's no doubt on that. They've left it late in Europe. They've left it late in the league. Left it late in the German Cup. I think Xabi Alonso will want to build a lead early, control the tempo, control the pace of the game, and try and pull the Atalanta defenders around. In saying that, Atalanta, very very physically fit side, very well organised, and they like counter-attacking, and they're more than happy to allow the opposition to have plenty of possession at phases of the game. Leverkusen will probably want Atalanta to have slow-paced build-up possession and take them out of their counter-attacking shell. So it's an interesting one. Leverkusen are heavy favourites. In saying that, these are two of my favourite sides in Europe. I've always had a soft spot for Atalanta. I've always had a soft spot for Bayer Leverkusen. They're everyone's favourite underdogs, except this time round, Leverkusen aren't the underdogs, but Atalanta are. So it's going to be very interesting to see who wants who to win. I think a lot of people want Leverkusen to make history because Xabi Alonso is a well-beloved ex-player and manager. A lot of people like him. A lot of football fans love Xabi Alonso. I think he's a very, very good manager. I think he's criminally underrated. What he's done with Leverkusen is very special. And I actually sort of want Leverkusen to make history, winning 3 trophies undefeated this season. I do want it to happen because it's so rare. At the same time, I want Atalanta to have success as well. So I'm going into this as a true neutral, just a true fan of the game. But as I say, Leverkusen are favourites. And in recent games, they've scored a lot of goals. And you look at their league form. it's scary. They've got a win percentage of I think 80% plus. That is scary. But Atalanta will potentially want to keep it close. Won't mind it going to extra time. We'll want to make it scrappy, and we'll try and hit Leverkusen on the counter attack if Leverkusen overcommit. So we'll see how it plays out. Leverkusen favourites, Atalanta underdogs. It's going to be fun. It could be a high scoring game. Although defensively Leverkusen are really solid this season. Don't give up a lot of goals. Again, that then puts a bit of pressure on Atalanta to try and break down that Leverkusen structure and defence. But they like to dictate play, so. Anyway, place your thoughts in the comments section below. Who do you think wins, Atalanta or Bayer Leverkusen? But for me, for now, thank you very much for watching. And of course, coming up, we've got the Champions League final preview between Dortmund and Real Madrid. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll have some more content for you guys very, very soon.